Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku and just how good he is after his EZA. Now this guy, his EZA was a while back. I think 2020 was his EZA date, and it's going to be very interesting to see how well he stacks up. But he's going to be a good option for your mid-game kind of content now. Back in the day, he was actually a surprisingly good option for kind of late-game-ish content at that time. But nowadays, he's still a very fun unit to use. He can encompass a lot of other units, and since Majin Buu Saga got a ton of buffs, I thought let's take a look and see how good he is still. So he's an all-types lead of Ki +3, HP attack and defense 40%, so kind of irrelevant. He raises his defense by 30% for 6 turns, which is really helpful. He gives all allies Ki +3 defense at 30%. He gives Super Saiyan 2 category allies 30% attack. And he has attack and defense at 70%. In terms of HP build, so this Goku I built a long time back, but now if you wanted to build him, I'd probably say you want to preface additional and evasion. Let's say something like at least 20 evasion and the rest into additional. The reason being is Goku can still have pretty decent start of turn defense, around 250 to 300k depending on additional supers. The thing is nowadays that's not enough to really handle like super serious content. Still decent, but not enough to handle super serious content, so the evasion will help against super attacks. Now in terms of his link skills, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle and Sharing the Limit are his link skills. And he's on Accelerated Battle, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, Goku's Family, Kamehameha, Majin Buu Saga, Mastered Evolution, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Pure Saiyans, Super Saiyan 2, and Turtle School. All of which are really solid categories. So yeah, I would say overall, honestly, Goku looks to be in pretty good condition. I think ultimately at the end of the day, he is really honestly quite solid. And I think he's decent. Attack stat wise, he's not giving you much. Let's be honest, he's hitting below 2 mil attack stats. That's not super impressive, especially considering the amount of support. But generally speaking, he's still pretty solid. Defensively, it's some nice numbers. After super, you're looking around 300 to 350k defense, which is decent. If you throw in evasion that you can build him into, it should make him reliably solid defensively. In terms of units he can encompass, the big thing is obviously he provides 30% defense to every unit and Ki. This is very helpful just across the board. The attack buff, a little bit more limited to only Super Saiyan 2 units, but there are still some good Super Saiyan 2 units that benefit from this. LR Kamehameha, you've got Vegeta, the LR physical Vegeta, you've got the Buu duo, you've got Gohan, Kamehameha, you've got plenty of Super Saiyan 2 units, Int Goku, Tech Vegeta, that could all benefit from a nice support. Obviously in terms of content difficulty, I'd be a fool if I told you that he can, still throw down with the best of them. He can't, but it's not his own fault. He's more than fine on his own level. I would say you can probably take him into IDBH, some ESBRs, SBRs, even some earlier red zones. Honestly, not too bad a floating option, especially if you go full evasion. Ultimately, at the end of the day, he does enough for me to still warrant being a very interesting pick. He has benefited, obviously, from the Goku, so the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. His release has given him a 200% leader skill, which is obviously great. So that has elevated him a little bit. I mean, he has had 1 or 2 200% leader skills like Turtle School and that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I do think he has some usability. And don't, if you got him, don't feel the need to leave him in your box. He's a pretty sizable, solid unit. Decent support. Going to be good for Ultimate Clash. Going to be good for a lot of content. So yeah, I think overall, good stuff. In terms of farming a super attack, you can't really do that. And in terms of link leveling and all those sort of things, there's not a lot of value here. Okay, you're not getting a ton of value out of link leveling Goku. He's got a good link set, but nothing crazy. He's not an extreme type unit. Yeah, Golden Warrior, solid. Super Saiyan, solid. Kamehameha, solid. Prepare for Battle, solid. Then Sharing the Limit, which is kind of like the free-to-play link, which is still not too bad. And then Saiyan Warrior Race. So, worst case scenario, he links up decently. Most of what he gains is attack based. So if you're trying to turn those 1.8 million attack stats into 2 million attack stats, go for it. But ideally you gain very minimal defense. There's just not not a massive consideration, So yeah, I think overall good unit, fun unit. I've enjoyed using him a lot. Really fun, nice support-based unit that I use for showcases sometimes. Good link set to kind of cater to certain units. But yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, I suggest using him if you got him. Don't think he's not usable. Bye.